students, I am Pushpanjali from CBSE English classes. Today I am going to discuss question and answers of chapter 2 Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Question number 1. Where did the ceremonies take place? How you can name public buildings in India that are made of sandstone? The ceremonies took place in an amphitheatre which was formed by Union Buildings in Pretoria. In India, we have many public buildings made of sandstone, some of which are Rashtrapati Bhavan, Red Fort and the Supreme Court of India in New Delhi. Now question number 2. Can you say how 10th May is an autumn day in South Africa? Since South Africa lies in the southern hemisphere, we can say that May falls in autumn season. Now question number 3. At the beginning of his speech, Mandela mentions an extraordinary human disaster. What does he mean by this? What is the glorious human achievement he speaks of at the end? By an extraordinary human disaster, Mandela is referring to the apartheid system that was prevalent in South Africa under the previous leadership. People of color were treated unfairly and no human being deserves that. He stood against the unjust practices and finally won the democratic elections to become the first black president of South Africa. He refers to this win as glorious human achievement. Now question number 4. What does Mandela thank the international leaders for? The author thanked the international leaders for joining and supporting them in their victory of freedom, justice and human dignity. Earlier, many nations had cut ties with South Africa because of their practice of apartheid. What ideals does he set out for the future of South Africa? As the newly elected president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela wanted to liberate the country of all the injustice practices. He set out ideals for a country which was free of poverty, discrimination and injustice. What do the military generals do? How has their attitude changed and why? The military generals saluted Nelson Mandela and promised their support to the newly formed democratic government of South Africa. Their attitude has changed because earlier they were under the rule of the white supremacy. During that rule, they would have arrested Mandela as he was considered to be a criminal. Now, with the abolition of apartheid and the formation of a democratic government, their attitude has also changed. Why were two national anthems sung? The two national anthems, one of the blacks and other of the whites, were sung symbolizing equality and respect for the entire community irrespective of their color. How does Mandela describe the system of government in his country in the first decade and in the final decade of the 20th century? In the first decade of the 20th century, white supremacy created a system of racial domination and made life a living hell for the dark-skinned people. Mandela referred it as one of the harassed inhuman societies of the world. In the final decade of the 20th century, the system of apartheid has been changed into one that recognizes all humans as equal regardless of their color, race or gender. Question number 9. What does courage mean to Mandela? To Mandela, courage does not mean the absence of fear, but the victory over it. A man who is courageous is the one who has overcome his fear to fight all the odds. Question number 10. Which does he think is natural, to love or to hate? He believes love comes more naturally to human as opposed to hate. No one is born with hatred in his heart for another. What twin obligations does Mandela mention? According to Mandela, every person has twin obligations, one towards his family and the other towards his society. Question number 12. What did being free mean to Mandela as a boy, as a student? How does he contrast this transitory freedoms with the basic and honorable freedoms. As a young boy and a student, Mandela's idea of freedom was to be able to stay out at night, read whatever he desired and go wherever he chose. On the growing up as a man, he realized that these were transitory freedoms he was looking for because their basic and honorable freedoms had been taken away. There was no liberty to have a peaceful marriage, family, and life. Dark skinned people were deprived of their fundamental human rights. For them, freedom was an illusion. Question number 13. Does Mandela think the oppressor is free? Why or why not? According to Mandela, the oppressor is as much a prisoner as the oppressed. As soon as the former robs the oppressed of their freedom, he himself gets robbed of this humanity. Thus, he thinks that the oppressor too is not free. Question number 14. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the trump off? At the inauguration ceremony, there were a large number of international leaders to celebrate the end of the apartheid system and to display their support for South Africa. It signified the trump of justice over prejudice, courage over fear, and right over wrong. Question number 15. What does Mandela mean when he says he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? Mandela wanted to thank the generations before him who had fought for justice. He gathered his courage from these brave heroes, and it is because of that he fought fearlessly for what is right. Thus, he referred to himself as simply the sum of all those African patriots that had gone before him. Question number 16. Would you agree that the depth of oppression create heights of character? How does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own example to this argument? Yes, I agree that depth of oppression create height of character. Mandela illustrated this idea by the example of all those who had emerged as great freedom fighters after years of oppression and brutality. Though unintended effect of all this was men with extraordinary courage and strength. One of the greatest examples is our own country, where our people were exploited under British rule for about 200 years. As a result of oppression of such magnitude, India got freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age and experience? As a young boy and a student, Mandela's idea of freedom was to be able to stay out at night, read whatever he desired, and go wherever he chose. On the growing up as a man, he realized that these were transitory freedoms he was looking for because their basic and honorable freedoms had been taken away. There was no liberty to have a peaceful marriage, family, and life. Dark-skinned people were deprived of their fundamental human rights. For them, freedom was just an illusion. Now, last question, question number 18. How did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? Once Mandela realized his hunger for freedom, his life changed forever. It transformed him from a family man to a man of his people and a frightened young man into a bold one. He built his entire life around fighting for the basic fundamental rights for his community. He was more selfless and virtuous than ever. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching my video.